Hello everybody and welcome to the table. So today we are checking out a new knife from Boker Plus. This one right here is called the Cutweazle. And as you could probably tell from the title or thumbnail, I'm not really fully recommending this one, and I'll explain why. So I just have some issues with this knife, and maybe not the design, but definitely how it was marketed. But let's check out the knife first. I'll share with you the facts and then my thoughts. So of course, this is a small out the front utility knife. It uses a button mechanism to move the blade forward, and it has a few different positions for the blade to be locked in. You can see there are 3 different locking points right here where the sliding lock clicks into place and allows the mechanism to work back and forth. The button right here, you can see that. I don't know, the glare is hard, but yeah, you can see the mechanism there has a Boker Plus logo on it, so it looks actually quite nice. We have stainless steel construction, black G10, and a deep carry pocket clip. And so the pocket clip does definitely look removable, which is kind of nice if you want this for keychain carry, because there is a, keychain hole, lanyard hole here on the back as well. But it is pretty lightweight. So if you did want to carry it on a keychain, you're barely going to notice it's there. So it's coming in, you can see 1.3 ounces. So let me move that light. Yeah, so 1.3 ounces. So this is not a heavyweight tool. And I think that's kind of part of the appeal of the Cutweazle here, is that you're getting this utility blade, easy to replace, easy to access. But I do have a slight issue with the design, and not necessarily how it was made, more how it was marketed, because I'm pretty confident this works as the designer intended. But that is not how Boker Plus has marketed this knife. And so just be aware before you purchase this or consider purchasing this of this slight issue. And so for the price this is going for, it goes for around the $50-ish mark. I was expecting a little bit more. And admittedly, again, I will stay out front. I paid for this with my own money. I bought it during the recent Boker sale they had on a few different retailer sites. So after the sale price plus coupons and free shipping, I paid about $35 for this. And so that's significantly less than what the retail asking price is. And even at that price, I think it's pushing it in terms of quality and value. So let's go ahead and just, again, check out the knife. We have this replaceable utility blade on here. It came with one blade, but again, this is a very standard utility blade size. So you can buy these at any hardware store, anywhere, anywhere in the nation, and have a replaceable blade. Could be useful if you go flying frequently. You could just pull the blade out in the airport, toss the blade, and keep the tool with you, and then buy a blade wherever you're going. So again, that could be part of the appeal for travelers, perhaps, because without the blade in this tool, again, you're going to be hard-pressed to even know what this thing is. The pocket clip is also very well done. It's a very deep carry clip, and when you're carrying it in pocket, it doesn't really even look like a knife because of the width of the clip. It looks almost like a tool or maybe a money clip that's clipped to your pocket. So it's not something that screams out, knife or sharp object really. So they did that part pretty well. So the overall aesthetics, I think, are pretty darn good. It's where they failed here is really kind of in the marketing, I think, because every single, here's the downside to this one. Every single place you see this tool, this knife, this utility blade marketed, shows you it looking like this. So we see the full length. This is a 5-inch tool, fully exposed. So we see the full 5-inch tool shown like this, as if you could actually use and carry the knife like this. But the thing is, you can't. I don't know whether this was intended or not, but let's take a look at this side. So looking at this right here, the G10, looks like the blade might be exposed on this edge, but it's not. There's actually a very well-designed lip on the G10 right here. So you can see that lip is protecting your finger from the sharp edge if you were to grip it like this. But that's where the question comes in. This knife was really not meant to be held in this position, because this position, there's literally nothing holding the blade in. If you were to attempt to use the knife in this fully extended position, the blade would just come right out. So from a design standpoint, I think this last position was simply meant to be the blade change position. That's what I think. But when you look at the marketing from Boker Plus's website to every single knife retailer out there, the first image of this tool you see is fully extended just like this. And that implies the tool is usable in this form when it's really not. Because this blade just, again, it comes right out when the knife is fully extended. In my opinion, for marketing's sake, they should have definitely photographed it like this, because in this position, it is fully functional. We can see that blade cannot physically leave the handle because this piece of metal here is holding it in, and the tolerances are tight enough that it cannot possibly slip out of that G10 in this position. But again, once you fully extend the blade, nothing is holding that blade in anymore, so it just pops right out. And I'm glad they put this little G10 lip right here. I guess it's a measure of safety, but it also gives you a false sense of safety. If you actually try to use the knife in this position, the blade's just going to pop out. It's going to be a dangerous situation if you aren't sure of what you're doing. But the thing is, I think anyone who buys this is going to immediately notice what I just noticed, that it's definitely not intended to be used like this. So again, this is less a quality issue, more a marketing issue. And so I really do think they should re-photograph this knife in this position and use this as the #1 image when you are shopping for this tool. That's just my opinion. So very, very poor choice of marketing there. Rant over, feel free to agree or disagree with me, but I feel that for the price of, they want $50 for this thing, it should be fully functional as advertised. And if they had advertised it like this, I think you know what you're getting, no problem at all. But I think definitely at that price point, you're starting to get into a lot of alternatives and better utility knife holders out there. Now, the bonus this one has is size, but honestly, for around a similar price, we can pick up a Civivi Elementum that uses utility blades, button lock design. This has, standard folding pocket knife build quality, excellent quality from Civivi, same replaceable blades. So this one, again, at that price, this is creeping into that territory. Same thing with this one right here. This is from Olight. This is the Autical U1. And again, replaceable blade, axis lock or crossbar lock design. Very fun to actuate, great build quality, because again, this is pocket knife first, utility blade second. So again, at that same $50-ish price range, you have options. But let's say you really want this small form factor. You want something that's going to go on a keychain, fit in your pocket, be very, diminutive. Even then we have options. So like this one right here, again, solid brass construction. We are very clear on how far this blade goes in and out, a little bit or a lot. This is the Millspin Magnus, solid brass, made in the USA, around $30, and you know exactly what you're getting with this knife here. So check out my video on this one. In fact, I think I made videos on most of these, but really nice little utility blade right here, and you know what you're getting. But even if you want something very budgety, you have options as well. So this is the Gerber EAB. Again, these are super ubiquitous. Gerber makes and sells tons of these things as just, your standard utility blade, very safe to use, no issues with the Gerber EAB, budget price. But even, who does it better than Boker Plus? Ozark Trail. So last Christmas, you could buy this little guy right here. This was part of like a $10 Ozark Trail knife set. So this wasn't even the star of the show. It was just kind of like a little extra pack-in item. But this little OTF utility blade is safer, fully extended, than the $50 Boker Cutweazle, And again, using the knife like this, you'll never have a problem. But my beef with Boker this time is they advertise it like this. And that's just not really how it was designed to work. So those are my thoughts on this one. So feel free to drop a comment below. Am I overreacting? In my opinion, I just want to share my thoughts before anyone goes and buys this thing. Know what you're getting. An informed consumer is never a bad thing. So I want to make sure you're aware of what you're getting if you choose to buy this. And so again, I pay my own money for knives, and most of my videos are super positive because I know what I buy, I'm going to like. I thought I would like this one more than I do. But it has flaws. It's not a perfect tool by any means. So hope you enjoyed watching. Definitely drop any comments below. Share your thoughts. If I'm just overreacting, am I crazy? Or do I have something to chat about here? So hope you all have a nice day out there, and I'll see you later.